Hello kings and queens, welcome to The Green Show. Today we're going to dive into the Ukraine and Russia issue, OPEC's recent updates, and how it all impacts our markets. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. The current economy has been trash. The S&P 500 is down. The NASDAQ is down, the Dow Jones is down, and guess what? Crypto is very down. Inflation is still at massive rates, and gas prices are probably going to continue to rise. But what is driving all of these prices to increase? Well, besides all the money printing we did during COVID, and the Fed's currently hiking interest rates, a big reason is also a ton of political issues. OPEC Plus recently announced that they will be cutting oil output by 2 million barrels per day. Now that's a lot of oil cuts. They announced this even after the United States lobbied aggressively against it. According to Saudi officials, the United States provided no substantial evidence as to why oil cuts would be bad. In reality, the oil cuts will be bad for the US economy. As supply of oil goes down, the price is going to go up, especially if demand stays the same, which most likely it potentially will. All of that, on top of inflation, already not looking good, is going to cause oil prices to rise, and again, get ready for gas to follow. Some really good exchange traded funds to look at though for oil are the tickers USO and UCO. Regardless, inflation has already caused prices to rise, and as my boy Adam Smith tells us, as supply goes down and demand stays the same, prices are most likely going to rise. Now, other matters that are impacting markets is the threat of a third world war. Vladimir Putin's recent announcement that he is not going to stop with his current invasion of Ukraine and has even hinted at using nuclear weapons. Now, yes, this is very bad. It's been consistently happening, and this is a serious issue. And many are wondering if Putin is actually legit and serious about that. In August of 2022, this year, United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres mentioned that we were just one step away from nuclear annihilation. Now, the growing battle between Ukraine and Russia and the amount of stockpiling doomsday weapons is causing all of these tensions to rise. Ukraine, not too long ago, also announced it requested to join the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also known as NATO, which, by the way, if they are accepted, that would mean all NATO nations must then use military force to help Ukraine and stop the Russian invasion. Some notable countries that are a part of NATO are France, United Kingdom, and you guessed it, the good old USA, baby. Now, according to the media outlet The Hill, nuclear fears are at the highest they have ever been since the Cold War in America, and it was freezing. Now, all these fears, on top of the USA continuing to get more involved in this battle, is only going to scare people. So obviously fears are at an all-time high. You can look at the Cuban Missile Crisis as well. The Biden administration on October 14th stated that they are sending a $725 million military aid package to Ukraine. The money printer is going to go brr. An invasion is a big deal, but causing a nuclear holocaust and any risk of that is definitely something we need to avoid. It is important to not back Putin into a corner to where he is then forced to use nuclear weapons just to attain Ukraine. This would only leave the US with one choice, and that is to retaliate for obvious reasons. But let's be real though. If Russia does use a nuke on Ukraine, the world is not going to be in a pretty place, and all financial markets as a whole are not going to look good, and that is going to impact a lot of people's pockets. It is important to stay positive and realize that these fears may pass. These issues do have an impact on financial markets, but more importantly, it has an impact on people's lives. The best thing to do is stay calm, stay positive, stay collected, keep on living. Thank you, kings and queens. Stay green, and see you all next time.